evening. We are doing We Will Slay. Just out of curiosity, this is an improv show, so if you didn't know that, gotcha. By round of applause, clap if this is your first time witnessing an improv show. Okay, cool. I don't gotta explain it to you. We're making this up. We're going to be doing individual pieces based on these folks' queerness. I've been hanging with these assholes for the past couple of weeks, trying to figure out like what makes them tick, and they're gonna tick in front of you, and we're just gonna be gagged. A couple of notes. Face masks, have them on. Thank you so much. Bathrooms are right there. We also have exits over here, but the main exits are out there. So if shit goes down, go out there. Also, there's a bar! So, granted, a lot of you are like, how do I get there during the show? Confidently. There's no fucking half-stepping, okay? It's Pride weekend. This is an ostentatious show. If you go to the bar, do it so. Class and dignity and grace. Also, same thing with the bathroom, you know, because I don't want you rumbling and tumbling, like, handle your business. However, at the end there will be a Q&A about what you did when you went there. So that's fine. And the Q&A will be from us, not the audience members, because we're professionals and we respect people's bodily functions. So I'm sure all of you are here to see a show, not to hear me fucking talk about all this bullshit. So are you ready? Well, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for We Will Slay!
I'm an actor. I am comfortable with how my body moves. My voice carries, and I am an impeccable dresser. So I feel like all of these things kind of like encapsulate my queerness. And so I have like some externalization of my queerness. So I have fierce interpreters, I have body, and I have voice.
Why don't I get to be the body?
I don't know. Why am I not voice?
Take it back. Good concept.
people who seemed like free with like movement and expression. And I remember, I think it was like last year or so, I saw a post on Instagram that said one of the reasons why some heteros dislike queer people is because they're afraid of, they secretly want they think that they represent freedom. And growing up, I always felt jealous of those who I deemed free, which in my child mind was like gay men and drag queens and actors. I think I got a little taste of this when I was 13, and I was in the kitchen, and my mother started talking about the time warp. And and I asked my mother, "What is the time warp?" And she's like, "What do you mean you don't know what the time warp is?" And I told her, I'm 13. I'm in a small town. We don't have on demand or streaming just yet. How would I know what the time warp is? How would I know what Rocky Horror was? So we went to the local VHS rental store. That was not Blockbuster. My siblings and I, we watched Rocky Horror that weekend. I don't remember how many times we watched it, but we watched it enough to annoy our mother. So ever since then, there's just this running joke about doing the time warp. My mother's sick of it, but it's just her fault. But aside from that, being 13 and seeing like Tim Curry just being what I thought was just kind of free and wearing lingerie and the boots and just being very like I associated that with freedom. And I was like, I want to be that in some way. So before I moved to New York, I'm from a very small town in Mississippi. And before I moved to New York, I had these visions of New York being like Emerald City from like Oz. And I thought New York was kind of just like one big Broadway play where every morning everyone just wakes up and there's lots of choreographed.
Latte.
Good morning, Tim Curry. Celebrities on every street.
And actually, right before I moved, Starbucks had this commercial where everyone was just kind of like singing and dancing with their cup of coffee. Whoops. And 19-year-old me was like, "Yep, that's New York." And obviously, it wasn't, but also it kind of was. Yeah. So also as a child, I was very afraid of expressing myself. I was very much afraid of failure and like stepping out of my comfort zone and not having, and people kind of just like laughing and saying like, haha, you suck. And so the older I got, the more frustrated I got with my lack of seeming to be able to fully express myself. And it actually wasn't until this year that I actually decided to do improv on a whim. And
This looks fucking easy.
And it was actually during my first class that I actually made the transition between saying that I was kind of funny to actually kind of just not kind of that I was owning I actually am funny. And after I made this discovery, I told my friends, and they're like, well, duh. I also feel like it's a result of just since being in New York, I've just gone to tons of comedy shows, just have tons of comedian friends, so I feel like a lot of that kind of just absorbed into me.
You all make money doing comedy?
So something else that I think has helped me be a little bit more comfortable with expressing myself, whether that's talking or doing a little bit of movement, is kind of just being in being in like supportive communities, just like this wonderful space and this wonderful people that I have an improv class with. Proud to with. And there's something very affirming and comfortable with knowing that everyone is here to just achieve the same goal, and no one's here to just point and laugh and just waiting to see me or anyone else fail. And so knowing that there's this safety net of people has made me way more comfortable with just kind of just not just in improv, but just kind of just in general. And so I am still taking baby steps, but I know for a fact that there's like this inner diva, and like one day she's just gonna like fully be out.
Put your hands on.
I love New York City. It's my first time in the city, and I would really like. It's already there. They told me to come to Starbucks as soon as I get to the city. I would like a tall mocha. With some of that dance, but like if the rest of the customers can join on the dance, just like they show on TV, that would be fantastic.
Oh, they will. We just have to get to the verse. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Cash or credit.
It will.
Cash or credit.
Cash or credit. Cash or
Is
credit.
it planned or can I join?
But hurry it up, cash or credit.
Oh, I'll take cash.
Oh, okay. Almond, soy, oat, regular, 2% skim. What do you want?
Well,
Excuse me.
Oh.
What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Come on!
It's a metaphor for what you want in overall
yeah,
life.
I'm from Ohio. We only get one choice, so this is kind of overwhelming.
Wow.
I only know whole milk, but like I feel like I should start like experimenting a little bit more.
Sounds like you should sing a ballad about it.
11 o'clock number. 9 a.m.
So many choices, I don't know what to choose. They said almond, they said milk, they said oat milk, they said skip.
Yeah.
He said skims.
I'm just a person from Ohio. I'm talking about what I can't choose. I'm feeling parts of my personality finally starting to let loose.
Hi, it is so great to meet you. I actually heard you in the Starbucks. I'm working on a big musical.
I moved here to be an actor.
You're in luck, because I'm actually producing this big musical. I work for Big Milk. We're trying, it's a horror musical that kind of reintroduces the idea of just how daunting and horrifying it is to choose alternative milks. And ultimately bringing people back to the cat.
That sounds deep and beautiful, and I cannot believe that on my second day in the city, I'm finally getting this opportunity. I feel like Sharpay Evans in that one High School Musical spin-off movie that they made about her. Like, it just kind of happened in the city, but like you tell yourself that that's going to be true, but it's not actually true. But now it turns
But
out
it
it's
is actually true.
Cut to the play.
Please choose me. Take my milk. Take my milk.
I'm an almond. You should choose me.
I'm an oat.
I'm skim.
I don't know, but I don't want the milk gods to come after me. Please let me go. Just let me go,
Here
please.
comes the milk gods. The milk. I'm the whole milk, Mama.
I think I'm just gonna own it.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch. And I just don't really like being friends with either of you.
Oh, we were gonna agree about the bitch part. We really still like being friends with you.
Dude, you need a more bitch personality.
Way too nice.
I'm looking for friends in my life that can add a little more, what's the word?
Assholism.
Thank you. Yeah, something more along the
Hey,
line
I'm gonna mug you. You
So sorry.
Give us your money.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, if you give me $1 back, I'll go get you a slice.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna mug you. Give me your money.
I got $1.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Well, it's Swiss.
I also feel like it's important to let you know because of inflation, $1 slice is now $1.50.
Oh,
Not to be a bitch, but I just feel like you should
you're
know.
really a bitch. Yeah.
But isn't it great?
No. I don't like being friends with people who are bitches. No, that seems like a you guys thing. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Can I borrow 50? Oh, she's got the 50 cents.
You know what? No, absolutely not. You must have 50 cents.
I do.
And you seem to have a personality that.
I do have a personality.
I
Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, I have a personality too. So
I like that.
yeah, ooh, I like that too. So you want to be kind of like bitchy and mug people together?
I mean, that's not really my line of work, but I'm down to try it.
Do you want to be friends with us as well?
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh no!
I only have 50 cents, but
So Michelle, I'm just curious. You said you're leaving us and you're posting graphic design. Start mugging? Explain that more.
not that I'm entitled to give you any explanation. I'm an at-will employee. So by the law of New York City, I really don't have to tell you anything, but I will. The design industry fucking sucks. You overwork us, you underpay us, and you give us benefits because you think it'll make up for the lack of pay.
But we have
Here's
Peter
your free
Fridays.
coffee. Free coffee.
Thank you very much. I love working here.
Don't forget about us on Glassdoor.
I have to say, this is a rather unusual exit interview.
You know what? I just want to keep it real with you.
Okay, cool. Great. Appreciate that.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Wow, Rocky Horror. What a great film.
I'm excited. I bought the newspaper and like.
I'm it's starting.
We're gonna reenact the show while it's going on.
I'm so excited.
So different.
It's so different.
Oh my God, but I'm a virgin, and we gotta find a place to stay.
I don't know where to go.
Where do we go?
Oh, what is that weird house over there?
Why am I so far away from you?
You know, the rain, you're very wet right now. I'm trying to stay dry. So,
It's like they're giving us spark notes while movies play.
Do you think they're gonna sync up with the movie because the credits are still rolling? I haven't seen it, but this feels spoilery.
so
Let's get in there.
let's get in the house. Let's ask. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in.
Where's Tim Curry?
Sorry, I was like, I've never actually seen this movie, so
I don't think any of us have actually seen the movie.
Susan Sarandon's in that?
I wrote it all down. I'm gonna read it because I was too stressed to just come up with a speech. When I was told I had to do a temple for this class, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I wrote a song about coming out to my grandmother as the only, as not the straight grandchild, and I really just destroyed her dreams of having a potentially biological grandchild, which was really rough for her. So I wrote that song, and I thought, there's more I want to say than this, like in this given opportunity. And I really couldn't find the words, which for those of you in the audience that know me is very rare. And I'm very uncomfortable with silence, and more importantly with unanswered questions. So after procrastinating for about a month, I wrote this down yesterday when I should have been working. I should have known I was bi when I was in middle school, partially because I had a huge crush on Quinn Bray from Glee. And because I was mad at my childhood best friend for making out with all of her other female friends and not me. And because I always had a weird tingling in my pants when we would cuddle. And by the time I got to college and had made out with my roommate, which at Penn State was not abnormal, I realized there was a little more going on, but I never really stopped to listen to the voices in my head. I grew up in a home where there was a lot of noise. Noise from my socially awkward brother coming to terms with being gay. Noise from my parents' struggling marriage, my mother's depression, and my father's girlfriend. Not at the same time. There was a divorce, and then other stuff happened. But there was a lot of noise, and it felt like in my household it was my job to mitigate any noise that I might make. And I realized that's what we call a people pleaser, and I promise I'm in therapy and working on it. But the noise didn't settle for a really long time. The first person I came out to was actually the boy I lost my virginity to. His name was Daniel, and we met during my semester abroad in London. And he taught me a really important lesson, which is that no one will be more supportive of your bisexuality than the menu date who have a thing for threesomes. They will always be supportive of you bringing another woman into the bedroom. Next, I came out to my older cousin, Sasha, and as a queer person, I figured they'd be the right person to talk to. And when I came out, they squealed with excitement and said, "We have to watch the L Word and Buffy. It'll just all make sense." And then they proceeded to throw me in mid-series, like season 6, episode 5. They introduced me to a lot of their community of queer farmers and friends in Providence, which led to a lot of feelings of insecurity on my part. I didn't feel queer enough to be there. I felt like I either had to play up my queerness or default to being a straight cousin. And I'd stress out what to pack, as if packing mom jeans and a shirt that said, "It'll turn up," will me fit it. And as much as I wanted to feel a part of their community, I never felt queer enough to be there. And I'm still working on finding a way to share my queerness in a way that feels authentic to me. I came out to my immediate family one by one and got responses like, okay, that's great, but what are we ordering for dinner? And that's great, but maybe don't tell your father. And, oh wait, you're seeing a girl? Never hurts to explore. Last year I went through a really challenging breakup with a man who I considered my first real love. And after 6 months, I decided it was time for me to truly delve into my queerness, which was such a horrifying thought. My friend changed my Bumble to bi and helped me to swipe. And I just want to say it is so much more intimidating to talk to women on dating apps than it is to talk to men, for me at least. But I got a match, and her name was Carly, and we started to talk. We met for a date in Prospect Park, mere blocks from my childhood home, and had a picnic. And I was really surprised at how easy it was to talk and connect with her. And we actually realized we went to summer camp together in Maine when we were 7 years old, and retroactively found photos of us together, which was really crazy. She kissed me and I felt butterflies, and then I was overcome with a deep sense of shame. I was so scared that someone I knew from my childhood would see us. And I saw Carly for a month or so, and she's still a really good friend of mine. But I ended things because I wasn't ready to unlock that part of myself. And frankly, nothing is queerer than freaking out about your queerness. But since then, I haven't done much to explore it until this class. It felt easier not to. But in the past few months, there have been a few periods of quiet where I've been able to hear that voice come back. And instead of running from it this time, I've learned to kind of sit with it. And I want to share a few brief moments. After changing jobs, I went to Boston to visit family, and I reconnected with 2 girls I went to summer camp with. And after discussing how we all went to a uniformed girls' camp in Maine, which was not very proactive about inclusivity, but there were always those counselors who had short haircuts, and we were like, they're so quirky. They're so different and fun. But no one really spoke to us about being queer or just any of that. But we all kind of sat at the table at dinner, and after connecting, like 8 years later, we're like, I'm bi, are you bi? I'm bi. And all of us were like, maybe we should have figured that out earlier. About 2 weeks ago, after a particularly vulnerable class, I called my friend Emma from college, who had come out to me as bisexual after we graduated college. And she's probably one of the only people I know who I'm close with that recently realized this as well, and who has also struggled to explore that side of her when she predominantly dates men. And it's been really amazing. She never answers my calls or texts. But this one night, she did, and we talked for 45 minutes about what it feels like to be 25 and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And I'm really lucky to have someone who feels like they're in a similar place to me. Because sometimes when I'm surrounded by queer people, I feel like everyone has it figured out and I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I talked to my cousin and I let them know that they were going to be in this monologue. And admitted to them finally that when I come to visit them, as much as I love it, I don't feel comfortable in my queerness. And they said, I really appreciate you coming to visit me and showing up, even when you're uncomfortable. And your queerness does not need to look like my queerness, and I will still love you for that. And last but not least, this class. The community and safe space that is provided is the first time that being myself in a queer community has felt like enough. I don't need to exaggerate it or play it up for visibility. I'm still working on what it means for me to be queer. But yesterday, a bunch of us went out to protest the overturning of Roe v. Wade, and nothing felt more powerful than standing alongside these amazing people and fighting for our rights. So when people ask, I say with full confidence that I am bisexual, and I'm still learning what that means.
Yeah.
Last weekend, I actually did shrooms for the first time, hoping it would just make everything make sense. It did not. I actually thought the stars were winking at me. But I look forward to continuing my journey to understanding myself, and I look forward to doing that with the amazing community I've met in this class and all of my friends and family.
Emily.
Hey!
Sorry, Prospect Park is very busy. Emily, hey, it's me.
Carly?
Oh my God, bring it in. Come here.
Sorry.
Sorry, the park is just so busy. Sorry. Hey, yeah, we can grab some seats. I just, I want to say I was a little bit thrown off by your text. You just said, kind of like out of nowhere, I think it's finally time for me to delve into my queerness.
Yeah.
And then just Prospect Park.
You know, I should have been more clear, but I was just like, I don't know how Carly's gonna react.
Well, that's the confusing part, is that like you're just starting to explore this. I don't know what. We went to camp together, you know? Camp Lesbos. This is crazy because I brought my bag. I have an entire scrapbook of us just making out. So we're like making out on a kayak here. They like taught us how to be bisexual.
Yeah, that's, I swear it does not ring a bell to me. Not even a little bit, yeah. Yeah,
It's
like, I
There's
knew you looked
like
familiar.
2 pages of you ringing bells.
Yeah, I cannot remember for the life of me that camp at all. And I've met a few people through Tinder and Bumble that were like, hey, I met you at that camp, you're a great kisser. And I'm like, that was probably not me.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's just
it
kind
was.
of crazy how all of you keep binder stuff.
Oh my God, Emily? Hi, it's crazy to see you. Shannon. Oh
Hey,
my God.
buddy.
Wow,
This is my wife.
Oh my
Congratulations. Yeah.
I need to get to the bathroom.
You can move around the bench. Like, you don't have to go up and over.
Door.
Oh my God.
Okay, fine. I'll.
Whoever designed this section of the park.
So,
Excuse me.
We're having a conversation
it's
here.
very important. I'm about to discover my queerness.
Oh,
So you got married. So we went to camp together. Okay.
Yeah, it was at camp.
Yeah.
Oh.
We all made out. We all made a pact we'd get married, and then the next day you just didn't show up.
Yeah, I'm not picking any of that up. My memory cannot recollect, but you know, I came out here to try to explore my queerness. And
Well, hey, you know what? You're here now, so let's just focus on that.
Yeah.
So, like, some of the things that you're thinking of exploring,
Sorry, babe. Do you want me to stay for this, or should I go home?
I think I need you.
Oh my God. Are you good with me being here?
We're both done now.
I'm not done exploring my queerness, and I really feel like this is going somewhere.
Oh, it was so great, but I have a meeting.
I brought you to the restaurant because we've been dating a couple years now, and I thought, I think that like it's time that you explore your bisexuality and like bring in some ladies.
I honestly thought you'd never ask.
Oh my God, I'm so into that.
Should we
I'm so supportive of that. This is all for you.
Cheerio, hip, hip. Is it time?
Get in here.
Wait, you found someone already?
Oh, I thought that would be so like, it would take so long for you and like, be inconvenient. So I just brought. There's a few people coming in. You can swipe on them.
I can swipe. Live swipe.
Live swipe.
So
I'm Chris, short for chrysanthemum.
what's your bio?
Fun, like twinkling of the stars. I think it makes it look like they wink at me. I'm just
The
looking for a
accent.
good time.
I do love the accent.
Oh, thank you. I found it.
feel bad swiping left.
No, they don't care.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
I'm sorry, I want to see what.
Hi, I'm so sorry. We're waiting in line. When can we get?
Maybe we should do 2 at a time.
2 at a time. I'm sorry, I'll leave my turn over here. I didn't realize the line was.
Yeah, I've been waiting for 2 hours.
Okay, fine.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Ellie. It's short for Elderflower.
Apparently that's the bisexual thing to do.
This story is happening in London.
I'm an expat.
Well, she just came out. Her dead name is Pat.
So tell me about yourselves.
Do you want to swipe or do you want to keep chatting?
I'll swipe, okay? You're rushing me.
Whoops. Too far away.
Oh yeah, I'm good. But true, but how what fancy little That's the one. That's the one.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Amy, short for Eminence.
Maybe we
Oh, just
take
mad
more than
full
one.
pins.
Maybe more than one?
Are you not going to order something or not?
Oh, whoops. Can you get
Can I get fish and chips?
Chips. Oh, we're a cafe.
Oh, do you have absinthe?
We do have the absinthe.
Yeah. Absinthe for the table.
Absinthe for the table.
Yeah.
Can I have tea?
Tea, Earl Grey.
That's the only option?
It is the only option. The story takes place in London.
Hey George, what's up, man?
No, nothing.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good, bro. I'm really excited to fill out our roommate profiles for Penn State. You know?
Yeah!
Yeah. All right. I thought it'd be fun to do it together.
I'm excited about this.
Me too, bro. I love hanging out with you.
I like you too.
Okay, cool. That felt equal. So first we got like, are you messy or clean? I'm messy. I'm not gonna lie about that. What about you?
I'm very clean.
Okay, cool. All right. Sounds like we would be good roommates. That's fine. Next, what kind of music do you play when you get intimate?
Specifically, Rascal Flatts.
I'm strictly Ariana Grande.
All
Yeah.
right.
Next, how much tongue do you like?
Where?
And that's their fault.
That's their fault.
They should clarify. Yeah. I'm gonna assume it's for kissing because everyone kisses their roommate at Penn State.
That is true. That is true. So, well, how much would you say?
I think it depends on the mood. For a morning peck, I need full tongue.
Well,
And then it decreases throughout the day.
oh, kind of like sucking on a bomb pop.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
enter.
Grandma, I have something important to tell you. So,
Should I be standing?
yeah.
Should I be standing?
You can say it. I wrote you this song. Just telling you I'm so sorry. I actually need this chair. Then maybe you can stand.
We're moving. We're moving, and you gotta do this quick. I'm moving.
Okay. Grandma, I'm bisexual. I think you're gonna have some trouble but I'm okay with that. And I'm not gonna have biological children.
That's a cover, right?
I don't actually know if I need the mic or the stand. But for some reason, holding a mic on my hand is kind of comforting. Just like Emily said, I also struggled a lot trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about for the show. I went through a bunch of options, and I scribbled and I threw it away, and then I scribbled some more and I threw it away. And my roommates know that they're here, that I was like banging my head against the wall trying to figure out what to do. And it actually wasn't until yesterday, I had a backup plan, but I did not know how I was gonna execute the backup. And I realized that I was having such a hard time because a lot of the things that I wanted to talk about are still very present, are still very much in the now. And while I can work with that as somebody who writes a lot and a lot of different genres, I was just like, this just feels too close to home. And the why is because I'm realizing that I'm struggling to feel seen in a lot of different aspects of my life. I'm struggling to feel seen in my biological family. I'm struggling to feel seen at work, not with my coworkers necessarily, but the people I work for. I work in childcare, so like with the parents and the nannies. I'm struggling to feel seen in a lot of different communities that I have built in New York. Homophobic. Homophobic. And you know, in the first. Sorry. Okay.
Elbow.
Oh, elbow. Gosh. Okay, let's go. Okay, homophobic flies. Let's deal with them. They're also struggling to. Actually, no, they're seeing me. So. So in the first show, I talked a lot about my bisexuality, and that is, you know, one part of my identity. The other part is I'm non-binary. My pronouns are they, them, theirs in English, and él, ella in Spanish. And a few years ago, I came out in 2019. A few years ago, I was like, I was questioning a lot of things about my life, being like, am I non-binary? I had a lot of non-binary friends, and I was like, I relate to them, but I don't know if I'm like non-binary enough to actually be non-binary. And after like a whole year of being like, am I not? I got high one night and I started writing some lyrics to a song, and as I was writing it, I was like, where is this going? Where the fuck is this song going? These lyrics do not make sense, but I'm writing, so I might as well keep it going. And I finished the song and I walked to my partner and I was like, does this make sense? And they were like, well, it's a song. So like, it's like, it sounds great. Like it makes sense. It speaks to you. But I'm like, it does not make sense to me. Like, I don't know what I wrote. I don't know what I was talking about, but like, it's like, I'm reading it and it does not make sense. So I put it away and I did not look at it. And it was until 2 months later, I was taking a storytelling class, and at the beginning of the class, they were like, introduce yourself, your pronouns. And I was like, hi, I'm Carly, she, her. And when I said she, her, I was like, fuck, that felt wrong. But I felt like I would be kind of like fake if I was like, you know what, never mind. So as the class continued, I became friendly with this wonderful comedian. Their name is Jess Henderson. If you don't know them, you should definitely like watch them. Like we became very close. And one day after a class, we lived pretty close by, so we would take the subway back home together. And we were walking, and they turned to me and they're like, you know what? It is really refreshing to see a femme-presenting non-binary person. I feel like we don't see that enough. And I was just like, I was too shocked to speak. This person who I did not tell I was non-binary was seeing me for the first time, and without even knowing, they just like affirmed me like I have never felt in my life. And I was like, and they felt me stumbling, so they were like, you're non-binary, right? Like you use they them pronouns. And I was like, I don't know. There's a lot still here that I'm trying to figure out. And they were like, well, take your time, but it's very refreshing. And I was like, yeah, after so much time of questioning, I was like, this one person who is a stranger, who is also amazing at reading people, just saw me in the middle of the street, and I did not know how to react. And that same night, I walked over to my partner on the couch, and I was like, I need to tell you something. And they were like, what's up? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm non-binary. And my partner said, okay. And I was like, is that okay? And they were like, yeah, it's you. This is who you are. And I'm like, okay. Thank you. And I was like, I would like to use they them pronouns. The next day I came up to another one of my friends, and the rest is history. And after a few weeks of being out as non-binary, I revisited that song, and I was like, oh, I know what I meant, and I was trying to tell me something. And something that I forgot to mention is that I'm a very vivid dreamer, and I wrote that song because I had a very vivid dream where I saw a shadow that looked very familiar, and I did not know where they were guiding me to, but they kind of wanted to show me deeper parts of myself. And like after that like aha moment, I was like, okay, this all makes sense. So I'm just gonna perform that song for you guys, if that's okay. So whenever you're ready. Thank you. Wake up in a river of subconsciousness, lost in the woods, no shoes, no dress, bearing my skin to the dark thoughts in my mind. Walking through dreams I hadn't left behind. Then I see you. I see you. You hold my hand and guide me through the maze. Your piercing eyes, I can't escape your gaze. The intoxicating words you sing to me. I'm left to wonder what part of me you could be. 'Cause I see you. I see you. And through the dark you guide me to the light. A million reflections of you and me shine bright. I'm too scared to look so deep into my soul. But this journey's ending, so leave or take the toll. 'Cause I see you. I see you. I see you. And I love you. Thank you so much.
Can I run these lyrics by you? I wrote a song and
Oh yeah, I love songs.
I'm just like not super sure what it means. So if I could just get like a kind of another opinion on it. So the lyrics go, I don't feel like a man. I also don't feel like a woman. If there were a word to describe, it's a word I would use to describe myself. And my shadow is non-binary.
Sorry, the trash is behind you.
Yeah. Thanks for meeting me in Prospect Park.
Yeah.
Sports Squirt's my favorite.
Yeah.
Wait, so this. Oh. What about a cat? Not a man, not a woman. Maybe a cat.
You have like kind of like a Fox News interpretation.
Yeah, I like Fox. Fluffy tails.
The truth is, I thought this would lead you to a pretty clear path, and I wanted to share this with you because I'm actually.
It's really beautiful, and I like the lyrics of it. Can you sing it? That might help.
Welcome everybody to the Songwriters Meetup. I am Steven Sondheim. Who is the next person that has not presented their project? Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's hear the song.
Yeah. So it's kind of like to the tune of like "Solo" by Jason Derulo.
I am not familiar with this Jason Derulo.
It's Jason.
Yeah, exactly.
He sings his own name.
What musical was he on?
He's a classically trained opera singer.
He also was on like the TikTok and he like knocked out his front teeth with like a drill and like a piece of cord.
Oh,
Come on, Sondheim.
I'm sorry, but like teaching these classes for Gen Zers can get a little confusing. You know, I am.
All right. Well,
It's
anyway,
true, yeah.
I'll
First
go.
class, you're all like, you know, we're like saying our prayers and you're like, yeah, like just get it.
Yeah, I'm very problematic, but go on, Jess.
Yes, the lyrics are just like, I don't feel like a man, I don't feel like a woman. If there were a word to describe that, that's a word I would use to describe it. Also, my shadow is non-binary. But imagine that to the tune of Riding Solo by
Cut to Starbucks musical. Sondheim. Jess just finished.
Gender Derulo.
Wow, it's my first time in the city. I've never seen anything like this.
Wow.
Coffee for non-binary shadow.
That was a pleasure. So nice to meet you. Have a nice day.
get back to the cow.
Pick me up! Get me! They had such a really great run off Broadway. I hope it does well.
I know, we need more milk.
Ouch!
Ow!
Ow, this really hurts.
Honey! Oh my god. How long are you gonna do this for?
I just want to know what it would be like to be alive at that start.
Okay,
That's how I'm feeling right now.
honey, you're acting up a lot for not being able to go to summer camp.
I just feel like a fly in this house.
I see it. I see you laying on the floor, and it, honestly, hey, little bro, I'll help.
Josh, you stop!
Yeah, fuck you too. Wait a minute. Are you two in this together?
Wow, Grandma really walks around this house confidently. I bet she's looking for the booze.
You know what? I bet she is, but whether she finds it or not, you need to get up. It's school's about to start. Okay, honey. So, about your math test. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fail you.
What's going on? My parents want me to express my feelings, and I just don't know how to verbalize it. So I'm just feeling on the ground. Just stomp on me. Just fucking stomp on me.
All right, Joshua. We've gone through all of tryouts, and I'm putting you on JV basketball. I'm shocked you stayed up on it.
Hey, Crowley,
Yes.
listen, you're an amazing nurse and the patients love you, but your contributions have been lacking a little bit. People are saying that you're just going around singing "I See You," and they know they're here.
Okay, but give me a chance to explain before you attack me. How many times a day do you feel seen in your life? Huh? Trisha? How many times a day? How many times did your parents tell you I see you directly in these eyes?
I see you.
I guess maybe more than you.
Hey, Trisha, I just have this paperwork for you. Hey, I see you.
They just keep walking past me like I am. I'm trying to show people that I see them.
Oh my God, it's so good to see you. How are you?
Hi.
What are you doing
Hey, Fly. Hey.
I see you. I'm really sad. It was a really hard day at work. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's just everyone wants to kill the horsefly ally, and I'm just trying to tell people I see them. I'm just trying to tell the kids who don't know they're queer yet, you're queer. I'm here. It's gonna be okay. You can't keep clocking people though. But it's my job. You remember my pence at the debate? That was me. And where's my credit?
Yes, look, sometimes I get like a funny feeling on my pants, but like I don't know what that means, but it only happens when like I see women. You know, but like what does that mean? Shut the fucking
Welcome to our cave. You seem non-binary.
You just need your terminology.
Okay, I know I took shrooms, but these course, I should not be talking.
We're winking at you.
Emily, Emily, did you figure out your queerness yet?
I'm feeling a weird tingling in my pants.
That is a nearness.
We did it. We did it. Good job.
You know what? I don't like this. I don't want to go right now.
So I'm gonna do one of these because I'm selfish. But to be honest, it has to end the show because like we gotta be out of here at midnight. Respect the space and whatnot. So I want to talk about this class. That's my temple. So I started improv. No one applauded that. In 2009-ish. And I came out in 2012. I came out late in life. Came out at 28 years old. And that's truly relative. But as I came out in the community, I realized that like there wasn't space for me to explore, and I did not find my people in comedy because comedy. I don't know if you watched it. Not so queer. Like in the 90s, not very queer in the 90s, and also not very brown. And so I didn't see myself. And here's the thing: I spent all this time trying to think that I needed the courage to be myself. And as I started navigating comedy and started being appreciated, I started being more confident in my abilities as a performer, but I didn't feel confident as a person when I didn't perform. And I think that's the case with a lot of performers. This is our safe space, and outside of it, we can't fucking talk to human beings. Just try to talk to me, I will not want to. But as I started navigating that, I realized, well, why can't I feel as comfortable when I'm performing outside of it? So I started navigating that, and truly, it was the following things that made me comfortable with myself. My friends, them accepting me. A lot of people don't have this. Not my family. That's a privilege. It's a privilege. My father, when I came out to him, said I need to trust him. If I wanted to find a partner, and he wasn't wrong. And, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. I fixed it. Also, truly, I hate to say this fucking a lot. It really is true. I think it was a matter of getting over that hump because I was told that doing that was the problem with me, and then as I started doing it, I was like, this is not a problem. This is in fact several solutions, but also leads to other problems. But that's because very similar to comedians, people when talking to each other, fucking garbage. You're all terrible. It's not a performer thing. Everyone is bad. Every single one of you has fucked up something this week. This is not, no one's fucking alien. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you think you've nailed it, you're delusional, you're fucked up. Because, and queerness has taught me this, as well as improv, we all are existing in different, multifaceted experiences and perceptions. And as you're interacting with people, what you're saying is not being received because the frequencies are different. They're not going to pick it up. And that's why I would get so frustrated with my parents not understanding my queerness. But truly, I didn't understand their queerness. You know, I didn't. I don't get them. I don't get why my mom dresses the way she does. Why my dad dresses the way he does. I don't know why they watch the things that they do that make no sense. Am I supposed to be like, oh, you're supposed to understand me? We don't fucking get each other. So I think like that in itself, that relationship with my parents, fucking a lot. And also like fucking badly. And then getting better at it. It was just like, oh, there's certain things that I'm good. And so it's about the trying, it's about the doing, it's about the risk. And also this class. This class, I think, completed me as a person. And I say it I made a very conscious effort to try to bring in very different spectrums of the queer community because we do not coalesce together because of frequencies. How do I feel safe in a space if I don't share similar experiences? And it was when I started having this class and sharing moments like this with these people and seeing that what they're experiencing is not queer, it is human. And that's a very beautiful thing that I think more people just need to understand. And I think right now we're in a time where there's people with a lot of money and a lot of status that was built on just ignorance. And so you're hearing a lot of noise, and also social media is garbage too. Yeah. But also you have to make money on it. What the fuck are we gonna do about this? I don't know. I want to quit Instagram, but I keep getting job opportunities. But I say this, the stories that you heard today, the stories that you heard in previous weeks, every time I heard them, I saw a piece of myself because they shared a piece of themselves. And I don't think we do that. We wait for when the time is right. We wait for when we feel comfortable and feel safe. And I don't know if anything's ever gonna be safe. And I don't know if it ever was. And I don't know if it should be. Because getting into something and growing into something never felt safe. Coming out to my parents, coming out in general, fucking a lot, never felt safe. Started to feel safe, the more comfortable I was in doing it. And that's the beauty of this class and people doing this, that they're being vulnerable. And I think it's the first step, or maybe it's one of the steps of them understanding themselves. So I hope for those of you who watch this, know that they're not special for doing that. And they're special for sure. But you can do the same thing. It just takes a little work. And we did a lot of work to get there. And I think you just take my class. Thank you all for coming I took a 2-year break doing this, and it topped my expectations, and I'm so pleased that you all got to share this moment with us tonight. Enjoy the rest of Pride Weekend. Fuck it up.